Well, hello there, YouTube. It's PD Two Finger. It's the 12th of June, and I managed to watch Cheaper Than Cheap today. This is the Frank Zappa concert film, concert video. It was shot in 1974, and I got to tell you, it was worth the wait. This thing sat for 50 years, has it been? It was 1974. I guess Frank was in Europe and he had put this album Apostrophe that has Don't Eat the Yellow Snow on it. There was a Philadelphia DJ who was playing that piece. So when they came back from the tour in Europe, Frank is informed you have a bit of a hit. So he went to Warner Brothers and they released a single of an edit of Yellow Snow. And that took off, and that was a pivotal moment in Frank's career. Now, 74, there was three different concert attempts to capture this music. So there's the Roxy movie, there's Token of His Extreme, and then there's Cheaper Than Cheap. Now, personally, I'm not so hot on the Roxy. It's a little chaotic. It's a little lo-fi, not in a good way to my ears. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just I I'd have to go back and rewatch it. I know I watched it a few years ago, and I was put off. Token of His Extreme is really polished. And I really like that quite a bit. This one, uh, boy, it got to me. I was moved, and the performances are just spectacular. The sound is really high quality sound on it, and uh, the video, it's a little dark in some parts, but they do use some like psychedelic video effects. It's tasteful and it's minimal. Uh, Actually, it's just a really professionally done about what you'd expect. There's a small studio audience. There's some just a little bit of stuff on the side. There's a shot in the beginning, and then there's a break where we see Kalshenko working and Bickford working in a studio. The band is Chester Thompson is Frank's favorite drummer that he ever worked with. George Duke, Jeff Simmons, who is the guy that they talk about in 200 Motels that we don't see. You get to see Jeff Simmons, and man, he's a talented guitar player. Napoleon Murphy Brock is everyone's favorite frontman, lead vocal, or well, we'll say vocals, flute, and tenor sax. What an entertaining human being. Just an amazing dancer, vocalist, performer, giving it 210%. Tom Fowler on bass, and then Ruth Underwood. So the set list is about what you'd expect. There are some surprises. Cosmic Debris, Redunzel, Village of the Sun, Montana, Duke, Inca Roads, Get Down, Simmons, Penguin, Tamershi Dween, Dog Breath, Uncle Meat. How could I be such a fool? And I really like that rendition of that. I like that better than the one that's on Freak Out, is it? Not Satisfied, Wowie Zowie, excellent version of that piece. I Don't Even Care, another excellent piece. And Let's Make the Water Turn Black. I never heard Napoleon Murphy Brock sing that, and it was excellent. Dupree's Paradise, Oh No, uh, phenomenal. Oh No, phenomenal. And again, I like that. I prefer this version. Son of Orange County, Trouble Every Day, excellent version of Trouble. Apostrophe, and Camarillo. So yeah, if you're a Zappa fan, of course you're going to want to check this out. I was blown away. So Amit did a great job. This is something Frank would have been really happy with this, I believe. It's interesting to see him a little bit more vulnerable, like laughing and smiling and just in a really good mood. So that was great to see him when he isn't so hyper focused and like kind of above it. He's in it. And boy, his guitar performance, his soloing is, if you know how Frank played guitar, it's just amazing that he was playing at that level even back then. And it's really apparent to me uh, how he improvised, but there was also uh, within sets of parameters that he had set as he would write these solos within these sets of parameters and improvise within those parameters is what I would say. So it is improvised, but it's not willy-nilly improvisation. He is a phenomenal guitar player, and I know people say stuff about him. Uh, his technique, like his right hand technique, is completely foreign. Like I would have loved to have sat down with Frank and gotten a lesson from him, a lesson from Frank, and a lesson from Adrian Ballou. I think those would be the people I would want to take lessons from if I had the chance. Anyway, you guys, even if you're not, if you're like, oh, what's up with this Frank Zappa? This is something you could dip your toe into, although it is 2 hours long. Uh, I would say you would want to split this up into quarters or halves, unless, of course, you're watching it in a social situation where you got your buddies and you got a couple of beverages and you're going to sit around and enjoy it in mass. But if it's just you just sitting there and absorbing it, uh, you may want to break it up because it's 2 hours of intense music. But definitely, this isn't like something they put out after the fact, and there was a reason it wasn't put out in the first place. The reason this wasn't put out was because the footage was out of sync with the audio. Now that they fixed it, Frank would have loved for this to have seen the light of day because it's such an excellent performance of a phenomenal band, and the material is really strong. I cannot believe that this was like, oh, they just threw this band together. They didn't really rehearse it that much, and they did the TV special, and this is what they got. Uh, it seemed like lifelong veterans playing stuff that they had been playing all their lives, what I saw. So, uh, and is it the mothers of invention? It's difficult for me to look at this band and say this is the mothers of invention. I don't. I just, this is like early solo Zappa. I know they were called the mothers, but Chester, Duke, Napoleon, uh, Ruth, and George, and what's his name, Jeff. I just, it's not the mothers, is it? I guess it is. Anyway, you guys, you're gonna love it. Definitely, definitely check out Cheaper Than Cheap. Also, make sure you hug your pets. That's the important thing. And like I always say, peace.